Hello everyone, this is Souhaib from Two World Speaks Metal and Black Metal Artists, and today I'm honored to have here Satanic Terrorist. Thank you for accepting the invitation, guys.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you. So let's start with the first question. The name Satanic Terrorist is like the most provocative we've seen. So, uh, what is the most intention?
I made the name for an Instagram account. I was gonna like make a clothing brand out of it, and that kind of fell out. And it's also like I'm really inspired by Satanic War Masters, so I just wanted to like put that name out there. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool name, just like it's spelled exactly how it sounds too on the Instagram handle. So it's easy
Yeah.
for people to find, you know. Like I said, my inspiration is Satanic War Master. I don't know. I guess it just grabs people's attention.
Okay. So, how do you feel it encapsulates the band's overall philosophy and sound?
Want to take this one?
I I don't know how. I'm not sure how it I think that in the sense that if Satanic War Master is like more of there's especially in the earlier stuff, there's more of a like kind of a rock and roll sort of old school punk kind of feeling to some of the music, and that's kind of musically what I'm sort of able to play a little better than like really fast tremolo picking like Emperor style black metal. So I think it fits conceptually like that.
Okay, that's really great. So, your debut release is the self-titled EP, Satanic Terrorist. So, as your first statement to the metal world, can you describe the specific sound and atmosphere you were aiming with these initial tracks?
Yeah, I mean, I think the last of what he said kind of encapsulated. So like, like the thing that kind of keeps it black metal is mainly the vocals, but we try to keep it like more punk, like true, just kind of rock and roll riffs. We don't get us wrong, we like traditional black metal. We like blast beats, we like just, but whenever we like plan out a song, we have this tempo of like we need like a kick-ass guitar riff, a badass like drum line with it, and it's just I don't know. I think that's what kind of like we're trying to bring to the black metal community, just showing like we're like try to be a little different with it. We always have like an inside joke, like oh, like when we meet up, we try to work on new songs. Like it sounds kind of groovy, because I don't know. He comes from like a more of a like an indie rock kind of background. So I think the mix of like those kind of guitar riffs with black metal vocals is just like we just think it sounds awesome.
Like open up to so many genres.
Exactly.
Yeah. So your themes include blasphemy, war, and suicide, but also drug use and urban blight. So how did you choose to incorporate these severe real-world themes into the black metal framework?
Well, some of those things kind of like choose us from like being in Los Angeles. So I think with some black metal, they're like in Norway and everything's really pristine and nice, and they get to choose like to write about war and things like that, or blasphemy and things. And then I think with us, some of those things are just they've sort of been part of our lives, part of our environment. So it just feels more natural to incorporate them.
Yeah. And then I think I don't know, with like blasphemy and stuff, both of us kind of grew up similar. Like we both were kind of forced into like I was forced into like going to Catholic school, and I don't know, like I don't know, it's kind of like when you force someone to the extreme, you kind of end up doing the opposite. But growing up, I kind of had a thing where like I guess my kind of like rebellious teenager, I kind of was like really into like reading on like Antoine LaVey and Aleister Crowley, and I don't know. So when we sing about blasphemy and stuff, that's like you said, that's just kind of like it just speaks to us.
Yeah, some emotionally matches the sound.
Yeah.
So, as a two-person project like Deathwish Messiah on guitars and Warlock on vocals, what was the creative process for the recording for the EP? And Did you collaborate in person or just worked remotely?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, so we put this project together. So I used to work at a supermarket, and he was a
Mhm.
customer always coming in. So I would see him in like black metal shirts and stuff. So I started chit chatting with him, and that's how we became friends. And then eventually we made the group together, and the process, like, we would meet up about once a week. It's all in person. We would
Okay.
practice in person, and it kind of goes like we would both kind of come up with like a guitar riff that we both like, and then from hearing a guitar riff and everything else, then I'll write lyrics after that. And then we ended up just recording the EP at a studio close to us. We recorded all the instrumentals one day, and then I got to record one song, Ambush North. And
Mhm.
then we came back, what, about a month later?
Yeah.
About a month later, and recorded the rest of the vocals for the other three songs.
And
Nice.
then my bass player from my other band, he tracked his bass parts remotely to it. Chris Moriarty, he did that. So
Salutations to
it was
Chris.
mainly done in the studio, kind of musically almost all one day, and then the vocals all another day.
Okay, nice. The band formed and released the EP in 2025. What led the rapid formation of Satanic Terrorist, and what was the immediate creative spark that drove you to release material so quickly?
Yeah, it's funny. We've actually before we released, I think we're probably making music for what, like 6 months. We're probably around about
About 6 months.
about
Yeah.
6 months. So it took a little bit of time, but once we got closer to like recording date, he's the one that really pushed me, because he's been touring with his band and playing music for years. So I kind of thank him to kind of like, you know, keep kind of like pushing me to like, like, let's record, let's practice. Okay, let's get in the studio, throw a vocal in. So yeah, we've been before release, we're already like kind of planning out for like 6 months, but it was like once a week we would meet up. Um, but I guess from when we got all the songs kind of like written down, instrumentals done, and then getting soon to record date, he's the one that kind of like pushed me to like get it done quick. Like, let's just get it
Yeah,
out.
I know. Yeah. So how do you see yourselves fitting into challenging the traditional conventions of black metal, especially as band operating from Los Angeles, from the genre's traditional European roots?
I don't think we really challenge the black metal conventions. I think that we sort of I think that we aspire to do traditional black metal things. And then I think that me and him, we come from we both like the same like black metal bands like Dark Throne, Craft, Satanic War Master, Orna, bless you, the
Thank you.
Hexen, things like that. And then our drummer Matt and our bass player Chris,
Mhm.
they aren't really black metal guys. They're kind of into like other sorts of metal that we're not really that familiar with.
Mhm.
And so playing with them and having them bring what they bring into our music, it gives it a different sort of feel than traditional black metal would. So we aspire to be like traditional black metal in a lot of ways, but we are like open to kind of what can happen musically, just so long as it's kind of heavy and negative. Like, it has to be like, black metal is important because black metal is about like suffering and pain and hating life and things like that. And that's like what we try to do. We want to like bring that. And so as long as the music and the lyrics are kind of conveying those sentiments, then we're on the right track.
I see. I see. So now, after the EP released, what are like your major goals for Satanic Terrorist? Are you planning like to play live, record a full-length album, add a new members, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think what we're trying to work on next, we're working on these two singles that we want to
Mhm.
get a split with another band. And then I think we got a full-length album coming. We're trying to work on that.
Good
And then
luck.
I mean I would love to play live, but I'm like, we definitely, well, mainly I need to practice because when like we're in the studio recording, I'll like be screaming this like long notes, and once I'm done, I feel kind of like lightheaded. I don't want to like, kind of like tip over on stage. But
Yeah.
I mean, once we get some practice in, and I got like people like him behind me that are, he's been doing this so long, playing live and touring. So like,
He's
yeah, that'll be
experienced.
one of our yeah,
Experienced.
that experience he has, and so that's gonna be one of our goals: play live, full length album, maybe get a split or two out.
So, do you have any final word in this interview, like salutations, any word to fans, stuff like that? Any advice?
Any final words? I mean, I would just say, I mean, first and foremost, let's say, thank you for having us on here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
And I don't know, we just appreciate all the positive feedback we've been getting. And we just want to keep on going. And I think we're probably going to keep that route. Like, we love traditional black metal, but I think that mix of sounds, you can expect that to keep on coming from us,
I
you
see.
know. And anything else you want to say?
Um, yeah, we're just, I think the main goal right now is to do these next two songs, try to get them on like split singles with like maybe two other local bands in LA. And then after that, hopefully 2026 will be like laying the groundwork and everything for like a full-length album. So that'll be cool.
I see. Good luck, guys, here. Everything you will do.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
thank you. We appreciate it.
And thank you for accepting the invitation for this interview. I was really honored to meet you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank you,
that.
man. Thank you, man. So, guys, we've done here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you might. And be metal, stay metal.
Right.